TOEFL iBT IELTS speaking test. Next generation. S.A.Porkar. Second edition. Contents. Introduction. Chapter 1. IELTS, TOEFL, iBT, speaking test. Common questions in IELTS and iBT speaking test. Common questions asked both in IELTS and iBT speaking tests. Common questions asked in both IELTS and iBT speaking tests extra. Chapter 2. IELTS speaking samples tests. Speaking test 1, speaking test 2, speaking test 3, speaking test 4, speaking test 5, speaking test 6, speaking test 7, speaking test 8, speaking test 9, speaking test 10, speaking test 11, speaking test 12, speaking test 13, speaking test 14, speaking test 15, speaking test 16, speaking test 17, speaking test 18, speaking test 19, speaking test 20, speaking test 21, speaking test 22, speaking test 23, speaking test 24. Speaking test 25, speaking test 26, speaking test 27, speaking test 28, speaking test 29, speaking test 30, speaking test 31, speaking test 32, speaking test 33. Speaking test 34, speaking test 35, speaking test 36, speaking test 37, speaking test 38. Speaking test 39, speaking test 40, Chapter 3. IELTS speaking test extra. Test your speaking. Test your speaking extra. Chapter 4. iBT speaking test next generation. speaking overview, IBT speaking test 1 with answer, IBT speaking test 2 with answer, part 2 of IBT speaking section with answer, part 2 of IBT speaking section extra, part 3 of IBT speaking section with answer, part 3 of IBT speaking section extra. References. Introduction. IELTS TOEFL iBT speaking text test next generation is a book aiming at helping students to overcome the speaking part of these tests and get more familiar with the format of the exams as well as the questions which are asked on the tests. This book gives students lots of ideas about answering the speaking questions and helps them to learn how to brainstorm the questions. The sample answers provided in this book pave the way for students to go through self-studying as well as self-assessment. The strong points which you will face in this book are as follow. The first, wide range of speaking questions. 2, plenty of sample answers for varying questions. 3, guidance on brainstorming the questions. 4, self-assessment capability. 5, authenticity of the materials. And 6, incorporation of exam questions. With all particularities of this book, there is no claim that the book needs no improvement, nor is it claimed that it has exhausted all topics. It is, however, hoped that the book will fulfill a considerable number of students' needs. It is also hoped that readers' constructive comments will improve the book in the future editions. S.A.Porkar. Email activator 75 gmail.com. Chapter 1. IELTS TOEFL iBT speaking test. Common questions in IELTS and iBT speaking test. Recommendation and assistance to teachers and candidates. Speaking has been the irksome part of the English tests and interviews for a long time, and the majority of students have faced with this problem in their speaking exams. One of the problems is inhibition. Most of the students worry about making mistakes, or they carry a sense of shyness which stops them from speaking. The worrying part for most of the candidates is having nothing to say. To kick all these obstacles away, we provided you with lots of sample questions as well as their answers to give you enough ideas to deal with the speaking situation properly. Chapter 1 of IELTS TOEFL iBT speaking test covers all common questions asked in both IELTS and iBT speaking tests. Therefore, we found it necessary to locate this chapter here to start speaking with questions that are more common and need careful thinking as well as correct grammatical structures. As a result, teachers and candidates can apply Chapter 1 for both IELTS and iBT exams candidates. Candidates are recommended not to search for accurate answers of technical questions. You are not an expert, but you are expected at least to talk and say something. Increase the range of your vocabulary as much as you can. Talk around difficult topics by the assistance of past, present, future technique. Remember, your speaking test will be evaluated on the basis of accuracy and fluency. Therefore, try to eliminate all the speaking barriers and make yourself ready for all types of speaking questions. You are asked to talk, so go on. No hassle, no sweat.